A very pleasant morning to you all. First of all, let me congratulate you all for your brilliant result, and you must be knowing about your doubt classes also, online classes. So that doubt clearance classes, you may put up your doubt regarding the chapter that we have completed, cell and its organelle. Clear? Now let us start with the another topic under that unit, that is cell division. First of all, let me tell you, under cell division, though in the syllabus it was earlier, last year it was mitosis given. This year you don't have to study about mitosis. What are the topics here? That is cell cycle, C value and meiosis. Clear? Now, you know that the cell division is of three types. The most common are the mitosis and meiosis. Apart from that, sometimes you may come across this term amitosis. What is that? It is a simple straight cell division in which what happens, the nucleus elongates, constriction appears in the middle, and ultimately it divides into two. That means there is no different stages of prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase and so on. Simply the nucleus divides, and it might be that it is not immediately followed by the division of cytoplasm that we have already studied earlier in the division of lower organisms like bacteria, amoeba and paramecium. Clear? Though it is not there in the syllabus, but I just want to make that clear. Sometimes this question may be asked in 1 marks question. Now let us start with cell cycle. This is also very familiar, just like let me give you a recap. This is the structure of cell cycle. What is cell cycle? It is the sequence of events, got it, that involves the duplication of the genome, and then the synthesis of the constituents of the cell organelle, and finally the division of the nucleus and the cytoplasm. Clear? So the first phase is interphase, common to both cell division, mitosis and meiosis. Interphase means what? It prepares the cell for division. It has three phases: G1 or gap 1, S phase and G2 or gap 2 phase. Now what happens in the G1 phase? You can see the diagram here. The synthesis of proteins and RNA takes place here. Got it? Now what happens? The most important event is that the proteins which are synthesized and the RNA, three types of RNA, that is transfer RNA, ribosomal RNA and rRNA, proteins are synthesized that are involved in the synthesis of cell organelles like mitochondria, then you have endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies and so on. Clear? That means whatever proteins are synthesized, that is involved in the synthesis of its organelle. Next comes the S phase. What happens? This is also a very important phase or synthesis phase. Duplication, that is replication of DNA takes place. That means the amount of DNA increases, but not the chromosome number. Clear? Like suppose the amount of DNA is 2C. In the synthesis phase, it becomes 4C, but the chromosome number does not change. Now here comes, what do we mean by C value? Got it? C value means the amount of DNA contained in a haploid cell, that is in the haploid nucleus. Clear? That is called as gamete. So again I repeat, what is C value? C value is the amount of DNA contained in a haploid nucleus. Got it? And it is measured in picogram. See, C value means the amount of DNA contained in a haploid nucleus, that is measured in picogram. Amount of DNA. Clear? Now next is, last phase is the G2 phase. Again proteins And of course, one more thing, in S phase, histone proteins are also synthesized. Then you come to G2 phase, again protein and RNA are synthesized, but those proteins are involved in the M phase. M phase means that is including prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase, followed by cytokinesis. Clear? So this phase requires the protein, and that is provided in the by the gap2 phase, which the proteins are synthesized in this. Beside this, you must have heard about the resting phase or gap O phase, which is also referred as quiescent phase. Sometimes what happens after the gap 1 phase, got it? It doesn't go further, that is synthesis, S phase. It goes into, like what to say, that resting phase, that is called as quiescent phase. Let us start with meiosis first. I repeat it again. Gap O or quiescent phase. The cells do not divide after exiting G1 phase. They further move down to that is, let me continue with. Clear? Now in the meiosis, what is meiosis? It is a type of cell division, reductional division. Where does it occur? In haploid cells, that is gamete, sperm cell and ovum. Clear? Now what happens? Interphase we have discussed just now. Next is the prophase. Prophase is very long. Now meiosis is grouped into meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Clear? This meiosis 1 is very long. The prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. Clear? And meiosis 2 includes prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. So let me start with meiosis 1. What happens after the interphase stage? The first phase is prophase 1. Prophase 1 is very long. It consists of 5 phase stages, that is liptotene, zygotene, pacetine, diplotene and dikinesis. Diplotene and dikinesis. See, come to the diagram. Come here. This one, first stage of prophase 1 is liptotene. You can see the diagram here. The nuclear membrane is intact. Nucleus is also present. This is the cell membrane. Clear? Now, centrioles are also present. This diagram depicts animal cell. Now, what happens of the chromosomes? The chromatin network now forms thin thread-like structure called chromosomes, but they have a beaded appearance. Got it? That is the chromosome. They have bead-like structure called as chromomeres. Clear? So liptotene, what is the important event? That is nuclear membrane, nucleus present, centrole also is present, and the chromatin network forms thin thread-like structure called chromosomes having beaded structure called as chromomeres. Now, liptotene also is known as liptonema. In some books you will find it. Clear? Now come to the next stage, zygotene. What is the important event in zygotene? Pairing up of homologous chromosome takes place. One maternal and one paternal. That is, they come and pair up. Homologous means chromosomes which are of same shape and size, and the genes are located of the same character at the same loci. Clear? Loci means the site. Now what happens? Pairing up of homologous chromosome takes place. Maternal and paternal chromosome come to pair up. This event is called as synapsis. Clear? And the centriole also starts to divide into two and start moving towards the opposite poles, and the nucleus starts to disappear. The maternal and the paternal chromosome, which become the homologous pair, are called as bivalents. Bivalence means each chromosome has got two parts, that is chromatid. Next stage is Packeting. Very important stage because crossing over takes place. This bivalents, what happens? Now they become tetrad. This is the tetrad condition. Got it? Now they become more twisted and coil, and they have sites called as recombination nodules. What are recombination nodules? These are the sites where crossing over will take place. Clear? And it involves the enzyme recombinase. Clear? So what happens? Zygote, bivalents are formed, and in Packeting, the bivalents form tetrad. Clear? And they become more spiral and twisted so that crossing over can take place. What is crossing over? Exchange of chromosomal material between non-homologous chromosome. That means one maternal, one paternal. Crossing over takes place between non-homologous chromosome, that is exchange of genetic material, and the points of crossing over is called as chiasmata. Clear? Now come to diplotin. The centrioles now start moving towards the opposite poles. As you can see in the diagram, nucleus has already disappeared completely. Nuclear membrane also starts to disappear. And what happens after the crossing over? The recombined homologous chromosomes start to separate except at the points called chiasmata. Clear? Now, when we talk about synapses, a synaptical complex also is formed. Clear? Now, that also starts to dissolve. Come to the next stage. That is dikinesis. What happens in dikinesis? As you can see in the diagram, the recombined homologous chromosomes have completely separated, and then the points of crossing over or the chiasmata also tends to slip, that is come out. That is called as terminalization. So after dikinesis, what happens? The nucleus and nuclear membrane completely disappears. Now come to the metaphase 1. That is you can see the centrioles have reached the opposite poles. Spindle formation takes place, and the chromosome, that is the chromatids, align at the equatorial plane with the centromere pointing towards the poles. Clear? Anaphase, what happens? The spindle fibers, they tend to break, and the chromosomes now are pulled apart and move towards the opposite poles along with their exchange parts. Clear? Then we have the telophase stage. What happens? In this, the chromosomes that is again change into chromatin network. Constriction appears in the middle, and ultimately they divide into two daughter cells. After that, the next stage is interkinesis. Interkinesis is a short interval between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 2 includes prophase 2. These are the same as compared to the mitosis. What happens again? The chromatin network in the telophase stage 1 again changes into chromatids, and now what you see? The centrioles divide and start moving towards the opposite poles. And next stage is the metaphase 2. You can see spindle formation is complete, and then the chromatids along with their exchange parts come to align at the equatorial plane. Clear? Come to the next stage, that is anaphase 2. The spindle fibers break and are pulled apart. Therefore, the chromosomes along with their, that is the chromatid, along with their centromere are also pulled apart and move toward the opposite poles. You can see the centromere pointing towards the poles with their arm directed towards the center. The centromere also divides into two so that each chromatid has its own centromere. Then lastly we have the telophase stage. What happens? The chromatids again change into chromatin network, nucleus and nuclear membrane again reappear, and there is division of cytokinesis, and finally the two daughter cells divide in further and form 4 haploid nuclei. Now what is the significance of meiosis? Since there is reductional division, what happens? The chromosome number is restored. That is, haploid number is there in the gametes, n number in sperm and n number in ovum, that is 23 and 23. So by after fertilization, the zygote which is formed, it forms 2n and the 46 chromosome number is restored. Since crossing over takes place, exchange of genetic material takes place between maternal and paternal chromosome. This leads to variation among the offspring. And most important point, what happens? Since there is random assortment of genes, got it, of genetic material, what happens? Sometimes you find that is traits or characters which are not present in the parents can appear in the offspring. Clear? Like sometimes you find that the offspring produce, they have the characters or the features resembling their maternal parent, that is grandfather or aunt or uncle. Clear? So that is also the importance of meiosis. Now let me give you some notes, children. So copy down the points. Start from here. The written part along with the diagram. If you have any doubts, just write it in the comment section, children. You can refer to any book, Nutan publication, Truman publication, S. Chand publication. It's up to you. Dikinesis. So for up till now, I will be giving you only till telophase 1. Otherwise, it will be too much for you all. So go through the notes. That's all. Stay home. Be safe.